Alright, we're back live.
With a perfect leg from the feather Gorst, winning the break. Well, this is gonna be a really interesting match. Slow feather with a really fast Sergey, and other
Do you have any issues playing Feather Gorst at local tournaments, like
against or
Russian?
with?
Against, yes, again, like
Wow.
in Russian or Moscow
Yeah,
tournaments.
every match is about heal, and it's like
So kind of Feather manages to wear you out every time.
no, it's almost uh, it's we have the same amount of winnings, so it's like a tie, maybe 5-5, 10-10. We play a lot in Russia, so wow, you see all the balls cross the center line.
I think this is the ruling we should introduce. Like all the balls should cross the center line, or the break is illegal.
Well, I think it's not legal to break like this. And wow, that was
He
a nice
almost
shot.
cut the one to the corner. You see,
Yeah, but nice speed control.
so could have found himself hooked behind the 9 and 5.
Well, a lot of commentators write that Oscar is not good enough and Oscar lost some points.
Stop whining, please.
Yeah. Well, T-Shane is not a really good option for Mosconi Cup. Maybe he's a good player, but it's he he don't um, he's not that good at he's not that good at other players. His behavior.
Well,
I mean,
like we were saying yesterday, Johan Housing had his own reason picking Oscar. So guys, those of you who are US supporters, US fans, you should give full credit and full support to your team, regardless of the members actually. Just stand behind your team for this year, and just whatever happens, hope for the next. I think this is the same time every year. I'm not talking about Team US losing, but like every team being a new one, new hope. Okay, here's Sergey Lutsker at the table, one of the youngsters.
wow, nice touch.
Yeah, makes a nice hit, but leaves the ball on for the opponent.
Who's playing with the hedge? Billy Thorpe.
Yeah, we're yet to see him.
Well, it's really in standard position here. All the balls are on a different side.
Yeah, that's a pretty weird layout, weird rack. But the players have to deal with it. Dennis gets a little bit lucky here, not hooking his partner. Well, Skylar is out, but only temporary, because he couldn't come to Moscow. He had to stay at home. Therefore, we have Corey duel here, because Corey, it wasn't the first time he took part at the Kremlin Cup, so Corey came handy here. I don't even know well, who would replace the fifth player for Team US hadn't Corey been here. Probably you, once again. I'm talking to Andrew Serostan.
Yeah, there was an option because Corey got his visa on the last day.
Well, since you didn't make it on Team Russia, so you could probably have played for their rivals and beat them severely, just proving yourself.
Yeah, have more motivation.
Yeah. Yes, we're all hoping actually that Shane Van Boning brings his A game to the Mosconi Cup because I think it was pretty long ago since we've seen Shane like playing for his team as good as like he plays at the US Open, for instance, for himself only. Would you guys be fascinated to have Earl Strickland on this very team?
Against Russia.
Against Russia, yeah. Because I'm sure that Earl still is far from being done. Yes, he is a veteran for pretty some time now, but he's still very capable of giving them a beating.
Well, he can bring some emotions to the team.
Well, Billy Thorpe still looking a little bit nervous and not confident enough. Sergei Lutsker played pretty solid 2 days ago during the 5-on-5 match, and even yesterday.
You mean that lucky shot on the sixth ball when he potted the 7?
Yeah.
You call it solid?
Yeah, sure. I only care about the outcome, you know.
Well, yeah. No one will remember that lucky one, but they remember the score.
We've got a piece of Molinari chalk on the rail. It's got some nice and might be weird for someone shape of a cylinder, but actually in the past, like ancient times or old times, I would say, like early 20th century billiard chalk actually looked like this. It was not in the form of a cube, but a cylinder. You see, that's a hell of a break. So much power on this one. Only only 5 balls down. Only 4 balls stayed on the table.
Yeah, no shot on 3.
So far, this is the best of the match by far.
And no obvious safety options. Maybe behind the 9.
Yes, nice call, Andre. And nice execution by Dennis. Is it Federer to take the next shot? Yes.
I think they can choose.
Actually, Federer was that a push out? Don't think so.
It was a first shot. So
I mean, Federer is like you, of course, know very well, is a very nice player with a shorty in his hands, with a jump stick.
Well, I disagree with Leo. Ruslan have a really big chance to go to Mosconi Cup this year. And I think Federer is a nice option to play Mosconi. So
In nearest future, I would say.
yeah.
Well, once again, we'll get back to these talks about the Russian team being not as strong later on.
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah, just watch out the cue ball. Probably once again the same kind of a shot for Sergei Lutsker, and the side pocket is like pretty dangerous here. Yeah, very unfortunate actually for Team Russia after such great attempt by Gorst.
Too real. Trying to cut it to the corner. Wow. Almost there.
Riding the Lady Luck. Well, actually, Europe has got not only just 7 world-class players that could make up the team, but I think at least 24 of them.
Yeah, but it's not about world class. It's more about how you play in team.
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure that like 5 great individuals like Shane could team up very nice. Everyone could end up like being too jealous and arrogant about the others. Well, Team USA get 1 rack back. Well, in between the matches, we had a little chat with Costa Stepanov, and he explained the reason he overcut that 9-ball actually, because the natural angle, he told us, was driving the cue ball straight to the side, and in the attempt to avoid this one, he was like feared of driving it directly to the corner pocket. So tried to cheat the pocket, I think just a little bit, and took the mistake eventually. Would you, Andrew, break from the same spot? I've seen Shane doing, like choosing this one. Probably Federer is only trying to mimic Shane in this one. Or is there any reason behind such cue ball placements?
Well, if you don't have a magic rack, on the table, you cannot guarantee any result for the break. So from this position you can break harder than from the rail and have a bit more control of the cue ball, like when you break 10-ball. And for Shane, he have a huge 10-ball break, so I don't think that he have a problems with the break from that spot.
So here comes the first 9-ball combo of the evening.
Well, I think the last thing I can say about this Team US comments, if you don't really believe in team 2 months before, why you fuck watching it and trying to support? So just,
Well, there is still time to change and
yeah.
pick Team Europe to be rooting for. Sergei Lutsker produced a very nice combo shot on the 9. That was far from being very hard.
Yeah.
But Sergei is delighted about this attempt.
Yeah.
Same as Federer, Alan, Max, and Costa. By the way, where is Ruslan? Is he getting ready for the next game? He's playing like the last match of the evening together with Stepanov. So we are about to see some kind of Team Russia World Cup of Pool version.
I didn't see him standing with the team yesterday. Maybe it is his preparation for the next match.
Well, gambling is the image of pool, I believe, almost everywhere. And well, the sports federations were trying to get away from it, but it's very hard because, like, well, gambling is the second nature of pool, I believe. Just keep it reasonable.
I don't think that US don't have quality to win these matches because they're top players.
Yeah, sure they do. And now, guys, please don't forget that you have a very good non-playing captain this year. So I don't think that the score will be like that devastating like recently.
This thing happened to Europe team before Yon came.
Yeah, sure.
They lost how much?
We
in a row?
couldn't. I think 7. We wouldn't get anything going.
Yeah, and the first year he came to Team Europe, they got tie when Mika missed that 9 ball to win the match. So he can bring some quality to Team US, but he needs some time, and you know this match is a really nice opportunity to test the players, to see what's happening, and he have enough time to change it.
So it's 10 years of winning the Mosconi Cup for Team USA, and only once in 2002 the Europeans managed to win in London.
Yeah, and
So
the year before they
it
lost
was
12-1.
It was, yes, it was totally crazy, and well, after that, Johan Rausing came in charge, and well, everything changed for us, the Europeans.
Oh, I hear Ruslan is in arena now, but somewhere, not near the team, shouting,
How
"Come
can
on,
you
guys!"
tell? Ah, come on. So you heard him shouting, okay?
Yeah.
Well, guys, if you are talking about the European rankings in terms of Mosconi Cup, there are two kind of separate ranking lists: the so-called European one, which counts Euro Tour events only, and the so-called World rankings, which counts the same European and two events more, like the China Open and the US Open. So every leader of respective ranking is guaranteed to be on the team. Wow.
We gotta miss. That 5 didn't go really freely to the pocket, but it was enough pocket to pot it. Oh, it's a nice chance for US to come back. It's hard to say come back on this race to 5. It's not like 6-0 down, race to 9, and
Well, come on, if you are 1 to 4 down and the opponent is on the hill, there is a comeback.
yeah, and he missed the 9 like Costa did. Yeah, you can call it comeback.
Well, unfortunately, Russia don't have any kind of professional league and any kind of league whatsoever.
We have
and
only Russian Cup.
Actually, it makes me very sad that because in Germany or the Netherlands they
Or
have
Austria.
they have very good structure of the so-called Bundesliga, the top league, where the best professionals play. They even have their own like they have the foreigners playing on the teams
Yeah, paid invited foreigners. No scratch?
Oh, come on. Come on,
no
Billy.
scratch?
Wow. That's unfair, I would say. getting the cue ball loose, running all around the table, and just escaping the scratch. Mm. Just watch this cue ball.
Wow. He
It
didn't
was,
control
it was,
it
it
at
was
all.
right on track to the corner. And actually, we've seen some object balls dropping, hitting the same point on the rail.
Yeah, but not from that angle. Polish league is a joke.
Well, guys, at least you have a league, you know. We could have only wished for one. Like Andrew mentioned, we unfortunately we have only one official professional competition here, and actually it's got some points counting towards like being picked for the national championship or the national
No.
team or whatsoever.
No, it's just for last tournament, best 24 playing to get some.
Well, I remember it was
money.
probably last year.
Only once.
This system was introduced, like gaining some ranking points
Yeah,
to be
I
able
was
to
the
represent
first
Team Russia at
in
the European competitions.
Yeah, I was first in 2015 after the whole year, and I should go to Europeans, but they say maybe next time, But I got second on the Russian champ, so I went to European Championship. But they tell they told to me maybe next year, and they canceled this thing with the ranking.
Well, plenty of action on that cue ball by Sergei Lutsker. Nice amount of left hand spin.
Yeah, sorry for bad language. I was really excited with those comments. I really hope that US this year will play better as a team, because they're professional players. They can run the tables. They can, play really good. And I really want US supporters to give them a chance. Wow, that wasn't a good shot. A bit lucky here. But the wrong angle on 6.
Well, good. He didn't make any cluster with that 9 ball and the 7.
Yeah, Euro Tour is a nice tournament, Tero. It's really hard to go to last 32. There is a really big amount of top players playing there. Even Jason came there to play some.
Well, Jason was on a mission there because he desperately wanted to be on the team for the Mosconi Cup, and he was traveling to get the ranking points, and he had the job done in the end, which was very nice.
I don't really like the way you say about Russia. They have a really strong team, but okay, we're commentating the match, not the things happening around. And that was a really bad safety from Sergei. Well, he can show some strong game, but safety is not his best.
Yeah,
best
sure,
part.
probably the first serious error by Lutsker. He's a very nice player when it comes to pocketing.
Sure. what do you mean when you say Russian commentary on top of the English commentary?
We're not supposed to have any Russian commentary here.
Yeah.
So guys, if any one of you just is able to hear any Russian, please let us know. We'll try to check this one. Maybe we have some like uncopyrighted commentary behind the scenes. Guys, thank you for your nice comments.
Yeah, the best comment. We're just going to enjoy the game by these professionals. It's really nice. The quality of the competition here is really high with these tables and balls, shot clock, referee, atmosphere in the club, a lot of Russian supporters. Something like Mosconi Cup.
Mosconi, like
Cup.
we would say, yes. Like,
Mosconi. Or just
keeping,
Moscow Cup.
keeping in mind Moscow is the capital of Russia.
Unlucky here with the 7 ball. Well, he got a shot, I think.
Well, I think, well, I'm not sure if we're going to have the rules changed for the Mosconi Cup this year. I mean, in terms of racking and bringing, moving the rack so that the one ball stays on the spot. It is official from the next year, and I suppose that every single event in the world in 2018 is going to be played under these rules, unless the organizers decide to do the other way. But at least at WPA sanctioned events, the 9 ball will be wrecked like this, like the rules, official rules, supposed to be done. 1 ball wrecked on the spot. Well, Alex Mason, thanks for your hint. The comment is that the 9 ball is going to be on the spot. Well, actually, this is one of the things Team US is going to get improved. Breaking. Breaking using the breaking with the rack with a 9 ball being wrecked on the spots. Because of this kind of a cut break, the European players are very familiar with it from the Euro Tours. Not the same story with the Americans. Just gave a quick browse through the chat. Yes, guys, there have been some issues with the WPA lately, with the sanctioned fees and the events being cancelled, which is of course very sad, because first we've got some announcement about the World Championships being back on calendar. Like I think we've had some 8-ball World Championships announced recently in a nice new pool room in Toronto, I think, Canada. And unfortunately, it never happened so far. We've got the Kuwait Open cancelled this year. Very nice event, which happened in 2016. So Team USA is on the hill, leading 4x2 in this match. Maxim Dudanets and Denis Hedge are coming up next, while Denis is involved here. So the warm-up is going to be in this particular clash for Denis, but Maxim Dudanets is at one of the backstage tables, warming up. Oh, some cheering between the US players. Billy trying to support Dennis, and vice versa. Well, I think that those of you who haven't seen Hedge playing well, just try to find the Mosconi Cup when he got the MVP award.
2009
Actually,
or
yeah, because he played terrific back then. I think that was the year when Oscar
2009.
was on the team and the team won.
Yeah, that was a big one, 11-7. Well, Russian guys have a nice opportunity to come back.
Yeah,
with the
they produced a nice break.
So, Federer left a hard choice for Sergey to play to the side and to go through 2 rails to the
Yeah,
floor, and
I
he need to
suppo-
play really nice positional shot.
I suppose going to the side is pretty natural, like going one rail.
Yeah, but he have to play really good speed here. Wow.
Well, even decided to play probably even 3 rails, or he just overran the position. Federer is still pretty okay here. He has got an angle to work with. Would you play it with stun? Probably a little bit of a draw.
Stun follow.
Why
Just stun.
Why follow? Yeah, follow brings you like to the opposite side of the table for a combo.
Well, that point go to Russia.
Not yet.
Well, Putin is the best pyramid player in Russia. I don't think he really enjoyed the American game.
Well, I'm not sure he is even aware of the existence of this one.
This nice
There,
game.
there was only one, I believe, single picture of the president and the prime minister of Russia
Medvedev.
featuring themselves at the Russian pyramid table when they both had vacation, I think, in Sochi or like some other southern part of the country.
Yeah, I think if Putin liked the pool, we got more financing.
Financing, yeah,
Yeah,
more
financing
sponsorship from
from
the government
federation,
or.
from government.
Well, I'm not sure that Alpine Skiing Federation gets a lot of, and we know that.
Artistic rock and roll, the dancing got huge money because Putin's daughter is in federation. Yeah, it's a known fact here in Russia.
Well, I think you've given up too much, and the KGB are coming for you, Andrea. Well, snooker has got, well, traditionally I would say, snooker's got pretty nice funding. First, they had to prosper because of the like sponsorship from tobacco companies. Once this was banned, they had Barry Hearn come into rescue. In managing sport, well, Barry knows his business very well. So far, Matchroom, excuse me, World Snooker, because Barry is the head of both Matchroom Sports and the World Snooker. Well, World Snooker is doing pretty nice.
As Dennis with that 5.
Yeah,
It wasn't good positional shot from Billy, but Dennis made his work and now done that 5.
well, we have a tense competition this far. Russia is still in the lead, but only 1 point in front. Because Team USA is going to earn their 4th point overall. With this 9 going down, courtesy of Billy Thorpe.
Yeah. And we got Dennis next match, Dennis Hedge playing against Maxim Dudenets in 5 minutes. We'll come back in 5 minutes.
Stay tuned.
So next match we're going to have a 5 minutes Maxim Dudenets Dennis Hedge.